Welcome back to another episode of Positive Talks with Mary. I'm Mary McKay, and on my last couple of videos that I've been posting, we have been going over how important and how crucial it is to trust in God in the difficult, the stressful, the hard times, and the uncertainty that life brings, but also how it is just as important to trust God even when life seems to be going so well. And I'll link that in the description below if you'd like to check it out. But anywho, moving on to today's topic, we're going to be going over the power of your words. And I am sure you have heard so many times in your life that sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt. And that saying could not be more untrue. You should never say that. I've been guilty of saying it too, but that is a false statement. It is not true, because if your bones break, they will heal eventually. But words, they can leave a very lasting impact on someone's life. And most of the time, it can impact them in a very negative way. And your words, they hurt, they can sting, and sometimes they can leave a lasting impact on someone. And again, not always in a good way. And that is why we are going to be going over the power of your words and what you say, and not just the impact that they have on other people, but also how they impact your own life personally. And how you use your words and the things you say might not be something that crosses your mind that often, but it might be something that you definitely want to start thinking about. And you may have figured out in these videos that I have been posting that I am a natural born talker. I am a chatterbox. I'm a chatty Cathy. I love to run my mouth all day, every single day. And to be honest and to be very transparent, there have been so many times in my own life that I have just been yapping away, getting my 2 cents in, and I said something that I should not have said, and I'm just running my mouth, and then I'm like, I should not have said that. And I didn't even think before I spoke. It just came out, and then it was there, and then it hit me, and I was like, that was not a good thing to say. And the thing is that once you say it, well, you can say sorry, but it was still said. It's never going to be taken back because it's already out there. And those people that you said that to, they have to deal with what you said, because your words matter and they do impact people. And you can say sorry over and over again, but if you said something that is negative or that it's mean or hurtful, it can leave a lasting impact on someone. And I have been in that situation so many times before. And that's why it's so important that you have to think before you speak. And I feel like everybody has been in this situation 1 or 2 times in their life. And if you haven't, kudos to you. That is awesome. And I could definitely use some advice as well. But, I feel like it's not something that you can continuously beat yourself up over. I think it's more of a learning situation, like saying, hey, I'm so sorry for what I said. I shouldn't have said that. I wasn't even thinking, and apologizing is a great step to help. But once again, that you can say sorry, but that doesn't mean that it's taken back. It has already been said, but it is more about learning and saying, okay, I'm not going to do this again. I'm going to think before I speak. I'm going to make sure the things that are coming out of my mouth are stuff that are good, or stuff that are positive, and stuff that is going to lift people up. And sometimes when you're just having conversation, or maybe things are getting a little heated and tense, that it is so easy just to say things out of anger, out of frustration, but you're not even thinking before you say it about what it's going to do to that person. So just take a step back for a moment, take a breather in those situations where you might say something mean or you might say something hurtful, and just be like, is this going to hurt the other person? Is this going to hurt their feelings? And if it is, then just don't say it. It's that simple. But I do know that sometimes it can be hard, and just in the heat of the moment, things can come out. But once again, you can say sorry, but that does not mean that your words are taken back. They're already out there, and they will be out there for the rest of life. And sometimes people do not forget them. They will hold on to that. And the Bible teaches us in Ephesians 4:29, and it says, "Don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them." And this is saying that the stuff and the words that come out of your mouth, that it needs to be good, that it needs to be helpful and encouraging and inspiring. It needs to lift people up for the better. It doesn't need to harm them. It doesn't need to bring them down. It doesn't need to hurt them. And it doesn't need to negatively affect someone else. So make sure to keep this verse in mind the next time you think that you might say something that can negatively affect someone else. And my mom always used to say, and she still says it to this day, that if you don't have anything good to say, then you shouldn't say it at all. And sometimes I feel like I have to bite my tongue because I want to get my 2 cents in. I want to be heard. I want my opinion to be known. And sometimes I think that I'm right and that I need to let people know that, but that is not always the case. That I'm not always right. I don't know it all. And I have to just take a step back. I have to take a breather and just be like, okay, I don't need to get involved with this. I just need to let it go. And because what I'm about to say next is probably not going to be good. And just to breathe. And I know that sounds sort of crazy, but it is so true. If you're just thinking about, maybe you're even just having a conversation with your friend and you're just like, oh, well, this is my friend. It doesn't really matter what I say, we're still going to be friends. And yes, you'll probably still be friends at the end of the day. But when they're by themselves, they might just be like, wow, what she said really hurt my feelings. And more than likely, and most of the times, you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. That's not your intentions, but you're just talking and you're just running your mouth and you don't even realize that what you're saying is hurting that person. It sort of left a sting on them. And so that's why it is just so important that you think before you speak, that what you say is going to be positive and that it is going to be good. And I think that is very important, and I'm working on that too in my life. I am not perfect. I do not always say the right thing, but I've been trying, to work better at that and to catch myself and be like, I don't need to even say anything because I don't have anything good to say. It's better if I just keep my mouth shut. And just being open about that and knowing that is going to be better for you in the end, because everybody hates to have to go back and say sorry. I mean, it's good that you're saying sorry, but at the same time, you're like, oh, gosh, I hate that I even have to do this. I hate that I even caused a problem to begin with. So we just went over how your words matter and how they can have a lasting impact on someone's life in either a good way or in a bad way, and how important it is to think about what you're saying before you speak. And it's also just important to think about the things that you say about yourself, because the things that you say about yourself can have a lasting impact, and what you say can sort of be who you become. If you're always like, I'm fat, I'm unhealthy, I have no friends, nobody likes me, I'm never going to have a good job, I'm never going to have this, I'm worthless. Just sayings like that are not good. None of those things that I just said are good things to say about yourself. And if you are constantly saying things that bring you down, that make you look bad, then are you really ever gonna have anything good? Because when you're just surrounding your thoughts with such negative and hurtful things about yourself, you're never gonna have a good, positive, and happy life. If you're always like, I never have any friends, I never have anything to do, like nobody likes me, things like that, then you're never going to meet people. You're never even opening yourself up to situations where you can meet people. It's like you're just automatically closing yourself off for all of the things that are coming to you. And maybe instead of saying, I'm never going to have any friends, just be like, I'm so thankful for the friends that I have. I'm ready for all the friends that I'm going to have. And maybe you're going out and you're eating, or you're going bowling, you're doing something with somebody. Just be like, oh, I'm going to meet a new friend here. I'm open to talk to somebody new here at the bowling alley. So make sure that everything you say about yourself is also positive, is also encouraging. You have to lift yourself up. It is so important, because you know what? There is not always going to be somebody who's going to lift you up and who is going to encourage you and who is going to push you to be better, except for yourself. And if you don't lift yourself up, somebody might not do it. So girl, say that you're awesome. Say that you're beautiful. Say that you look good in that dress. And you know what? Don't worry about what other people have to think. Because when you feel the best, when you feel great, you are going to be the best. It is that simple. Don't beat yourself up. Don't compare yourself to other people and think that you're not as great or as awesome as they are. They have their own personal problems that they're dealing with, but you need to say positive things about your life, about things that you're doing. And just watch how it can change your life. People talk about positive affirmations all the time, and I think they are so true. Like, if you were always thinking like negative things about your life or about your job, that you're always going to be in like this negative attitude when you go in there. And like, no wonder people get so miserable at their jobs. And I understand that people don't like their jobs, but maybe go in and start saying like, I'm so thankful for my job. I like my job. I like my coworkers. Like, I'm so thankful that I have a job that is going to pay my bills. And that doesn't mean that like everything is magically going to change in your life, but it is going to make you feel better. Because if you go in there thinking bad things about it, you're just already setting yourself up for a miserable day. And so change your attitude. Your attitude has to change in your life. And I really hope that this topic has helped you realize that the things that you say matter. That your words are powerful, and that they can leave a lasting impression on other people in a very good way or in a very bad way. And also, not only that, but your words impact your own life personally. And the things that you say about yourself behind closed doors, or when you're in your car, or whatever you're doing, they matter. And if you're always thinking negative, bad things about yourself, you're just sort of like setting yourself up for failure. You're getting yourself down and in the dumps. So change your attitude, change your mindset about yourself, and watch how your life can change. And I encourage you to take a couple of minutes right now and write down some affirmations about yourself. And in the morning when you're getting ready, you can just read off a couple of them. And you can just say something like, I am strong, I am brave, I am kind, I am beautiful, I am loved, I'm smart, I'm worthy. I mean, the list goes on. And when you are bringing those positive things into your life and you're speaking them, you are opening yourself up to so much more. Because if you're just always thinking negative things about yourself, like, you're just closing yourself off. And don't do that, because what you're saying is not true. It's not true at all. It's just your brain getting to you and making you think like that. So do that today. Write down some affirmations and say them every single day. You can just write down like 5 of them. It takes like a minute to say it. And just watch. Watch how it changes your life for the better. Because your words matter and they do impact you personally. Well, I think that is it for today. Make sure to like and subscribe below and comment. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. And let me know if you have to think before you speak sometimes too. Hopefully I'm not the only person who has to do that. But I really would love to connect with you, and I'd love to hear from you. And if you have any topics that you would like for me to talk about, please leave them down in the comment section below. And I'll have a new video out on Thursday, so make sure to stay tuned and press the bell button when you subscribe so you will be notified on all the new videos out on this channel. And if you are an Instagram user, please follow my Instagram account. It is just Positive Talks with Mary. And I still have some content coming out. I'm getting on it slowly but surely. So make sure to follow, and I'll see you back here on Thursday.